Hello friends, welcome to my channel. Today we will study chapter 2 of class 7, that is fraction and decimal. But before that, if you are new to my channel, then subscribe to my channel, and if you haven't seen chapter 1 of class 7, then you can go and visit there. There are two parts for first chapter, so you can go and visit. So before any delay, let's start our second chapter, that is fraction and decimal. Firstly, we will study regarding fraction. So here we will study how to multiply fraction, that is multiplication of fraction. So here we will see that how we can multiply by whole number. Firstly, we will see fraction multiplication by whole number, that is 9 by 7 if you have to multiply this with 6. Now again, just to recap, what is fraction? Fraction is any number which can be expressed in numerator by denominator. So this is a fraction. So when fraction have to be multiplied by a whole number, then what we need to do? We will write 9 by 7. This is into 6. Fine. That is into 6. Then this will be 9 6 are 54 by 7. So this is how we multiply a fraction. Now by of. So if you want more example, I can provide you, like for an example, if you need to multiply 1 by 2 with 5, what you will do? That is, you will do 5 into 1 by 2. That is cause there is no number, or if you assume it as 1, so 2 into 1, so this will be 5 by 2. So this is how we multiply any fraction with a whole number. Now there are some fractions where off sign is given, like 1 by 2 of 6. Fine, 1 by 2 of 6. That will give you 1 by 2. Off can be converted into multiplication sign. So this will give you 1 into 6 by 2 into 1 or 2, that is 6 by 2. This will give you answer as 3. Or taking one more example, 1 by 2 of 3. So this will give you 1 by 2 into 3 is equals to 1 into 3 by 2 or 3 by 2. So this is how we use off sign. Fine. This is very simple. Now taking one more example, that how we will convert mixed fraction and multiply. Fine. Mixed fraction. You know what is mixed fraction? For suppose you are told that 5 into 2 3 by 7. For example, you have to multiply this. Now it seems very difficult, but it is not. Firstly, I will teach you how to simplify this mixed fraction. So firstly, you will convert this mixed fraction into improper fraction. For an example, here 2 3 by 7 is our number. Here what you will do, always remember that first you will multiply these two number and add the resultant with the numerator. So that is 7 into 2 is 14. 14 plus 3 is 14 plus 3 is 17 by this 7 you will write here. So this is your improper fraction, mixed fraction converted into improper fraction. So 5 into 17 by 7. Now as I told you earlier that how we can multiply now, that is 5 into 17 by 7, or 5 into 17 is most probably 85. 85 by 7. This is your answer. Again, you can convert it into mixed fraction by directly dividing it. So you will get 7 11s are 7 1s are 7, here it is 15, 7 2s are 14, right? 14, so 1. So you can convert this into a improper fraction. Fine. So this is your answer. So this is not required actually, but this is our answer. So hope you understood how we can multiply this. Now moving on to another question. Let's take one exercise. Now, so this is our example sums. That is, question is given as, we have total number of students in a class as 40. There are 40 students in a class, wherein 1 by 5 of total students likes English. It means that 1/5 of total student like English, 2/5 of total student like maths, and the remaining students like science. So our question is, we need to find out how many, that means how many of students like English, maths and science. We need to find out the number. So let's start. Sorry. First for English, it is said that 1 by 5 of is multiply 1 by 5 of total is 40. So 1 by 5 of 40 likes English. So if you will, or you can do it this way, by 5, that will give you 5 8s are 40. So 8 students like English. In a similar way for maths, that is 2 by 5 of 40. So 2 into 40 by 5, that is 5 8s are 40, 8 into 2 is 16. So 16 students like maths. So now you need, and for science what we will do, we won't use other formula but other terms, but what we will do, remaining student. First we got to know that 8 students like English and 16 students like maths. So we will add this up. So 16 plus 8 is 24. Fine. So we will, we know that remaining students love science. It means that total number with sum of English and maths. So we will subtract that. Since 24 students like either English or maths, so after that only 16 students like science. So 16 students like science. Fine. So this is one of the problem sum which is very important, and we have used fraction multiplication here. Fine. Now moving on to another topic, we will now multiply one fraction with another. That is multiplication of fraction with fraction. Fine. So we will multiply one fraction with another, that is 1 by 2 into 9 by 4. Fine. So this is very easy. Just you need to do is 1 into 9 by 2 into 4, that will give you 9 by 8. Fine. I don't think so that I need to show more examples. This is very easier. Similarly, let's see one question that Sushant reads. There is one guy named Sushant who reads 1/3 part of book. Fine. 1/3 part of book in 1 hour. Fine. So how much part will he read in 1 by 5 hour? So this is our question. Fine. Now here what we will do is, since in 1 hour 1 by 3 part is read. Fine. So in 1 by 5 hour, 1 by 3 into 1 by 3 part will be Red. Fine. Fine. Now what we will do? Firstly, since I have taught you that how can we solve this mixed fraction into improper, here we will multiply and add this up. So 5 2s are 10, 10 plus 1 is 11 by 5. So we will simply multiply. So this is 11 into 1 is 11, 5 3s are 15. So he will study 11 by 15 part in 2 1 by 5 hour. Fine. So this is how we solve multiplication of fraction with fraction. So this is how we multiply. Let's take one simple exercise, that 2 by 3 into, this is a empty box, this is equals to 10 by 30. Which fraction should be added in the box or should be included in this box, which will give us this result? Fine. So this is very easy, as I taught you. You need 10 here. So what you will multiply? You will multiply 5, which will give you 10, and down what you will multiply? You will multiply 10, which will give you 30. So your box will contain 5 by 10. And in many questions, they have asked that what will be the simplest form of the fractions, and if you want to take out the simplest form, that is 5 by 10 is 5 1s are 5, 5 2s are 10. So 1 by 2 is the simplest fraction of this number. Fine. So this was multiplication of fraction. Now we will move forward to division of fraction. Now here division of fraction. First again we will see how to divide it by whole number. Firstly we studied how to multiply by whole number. Now division of fraction by whole number. Fine. So if you have to divide 6 by 3 by 2 for an example, then how you will divide it? So now here there is one twist which you need to know. There is one, multiplication was easy, and in division also you will multiply, but here multiplication will be totally different. One process and then you will multiply the number. How? I will teach you that. Here first you will write 6 and now you will write multiply. Now since I can't multiply 3 by 2, but what I will do, I will reciprocate the number. Always remember that while dividing any fraction, you will first reciprocate that number and multiply with the number. Fine. Reciprocate the fraction and you will multiply. The first number will be same as it is, but the other number will get reciprocate, and both two numbers will get multiplied. So if you find it difficult, I will solve more 2-3 sums. So here reciprocate means you will take this 2 here and bring 3 down. Fine. So 2 by 3. Fine. Now as I taught you earlier, that 6 into 2 by 3, that will give you 3 1s are 3, 3 2s are 6, that is 2 into 2 is 4. Fine. Let's take more examples so that you don't have any confusion left. If you have to divide 3 by 4, divide by 3. Now again see, here it was 6. Fine. First let's keep it. Likewise, first let's solve similar to this, that when you have to divide 8, divide by 1 by 2. Fine. Fine. So here what you will do, you will keep 8 as it is. So you will make it multiply, and since we studied that we need to reciprocate, so you will take this upside, so 2, and you will keep 1 down, so 1. Fine. So 8 into 2 is 16. 16 divided by 1 is always 16. Fine. So hope you understood what does reciprocal mean. Now let's take another question where you have a pure whole number in this side. So as I told you that you will keep this number as it is. Now you will make a multiplication sign. Now how reciprocal will happen here is, you will assume that there is 1 below this number. So you will make a whole number into a fraction. Fine. So now you can reciprocal it easily. That is, 1 will go upside and 3 will come below. Fine. So that will be here 3 and 3 get cancelled out. So 1 by 4. Fine. Fine. Let's take one more example. Let's take one new example, that is 2 3 by 5 divided by 2. Fine. Fine. You are dividing a mixed fraction. You are dividing a mixed fraction with a whole number. Fine. So now again we studied that we can make it easier. This is 5. Okay, fine. Let me write it again. This pen is today not working properly. 3 by 5. If you have any issues in this questions or while I am teaching, then please let me know in comment box. And again, if you haven't subscribed my channel, then please subscribe to this channel. I will be completing all class 7 chapters and I will move forward to class 6, 5, 4, 3 every classes. So stay tuned to my channel and don't miss any of the videos. So let's start. So that is 5 2s are 10, 10 plus 3 is 13. I hope I don't have to make you understand again. By 5 and again into. So as I told you that you will assume that you have 1 in a denominator. So now after reciprocal it will become 1 by 2. So now 13 into 1 by 5 into 2, that will be 13 by 10. So this is your answer. Fine. So hope you understood. Now we will study how to divide a fraction with a fraction. Fraction with a fraction. So here we will divide a fraction with a fraction. So how? Let's take one question. That question is 1 by 3 divided by 6 by 5. So you are dividing a fraction with another fraction. Now all the rules are same. That is, you will again reciprocate and you will multiply. So first you will write 1 by 3. You will write into. Now you will do a reciprocal, that is 5 by 6. Fine. 5 will be in numerator side and 6 which was in numerator will come down in a numerator. Fine. Now simply you will write 1 into 5 by 3 into 6 and 5 ones are 5, 6 threes are 18. This is your answer. So this was a full chapter or a fully we studied how about fraction, that is multiplication and division of a fraction. Now we will move forward to another part, that is decimal. So we will study now that how we will multiply and divide a decimal. Now we will study how we will multiply decimal. So what is decimal? Decimal is any number that is denoted in a point. For an example, 1 by 10 which is in a fraction form can be written as 0.1 which is a decimal form. Fine. 1 by 10 is equals to 0.1. So this is a fraction and this is a decimal. Both have same values but they are written in different form, that is fraction or decimal. Fine. So now we will multiply 2 decimal. So, but here we won't multiply it like we do it here. So 1 ones are 1, 1 zeros are 0. So we won't do in this way. We will follow fraction terms and we will multiply, which will simplify your work. So that is 0.1 can be written as 10 into 0.1 can be written as 10. Fine. So now 1 into 1 is, as we studied how to multiply, 10 into 10. So 1 into 1 is 1 and 10 into 10 is 100. Fine. So that is 1 by 100. Now this is a fraction form, but if you are told to write it in decimal form, so this will be C 0.01. Fine. 0.01. Fine. I will teach you how this came in my next step. But before that, let's just understand that how to multiply decimal with another decimal. So let's take another example, that is 0.2 into 0.3. 0.2 can be written as 2 divided by 10 into 3 divided by 10, that is 2 into 3 by 10 into 10, that is 6 by 100 or 0.06. Fine? 0.06. See, that is 100 divided by 6. 6, since there are no numbers, so 0, this will be 60. Now again 100 won't go with 60, so you will add one more 0. This will be 600. 100 6 are 600. Fine. So this is how you get 0.06, or you can again easily remember it that if there are 1 0, then if there is 1 0, you will only put 1 0 before point, and if there are 2 zeros, you will put 1 0 before point and 1 0 after point, and in this way it will continue. I will teach you this later on. Now let's move to another number, that is 1 by 5 into 8.50. Fine. So how this can be converted into fraction, that is how many points you will shift it here. See, the point was here, you have shifted it to this side, you have shifted 1 point, so you will divide it with 1 0. Fine. Into, you want to shift it 2 points, so you will write 850. How many points you have shifted? 2 points, so you will write 100. Hope this is clear. Now you will multiply it as we studied, 15 into this by 10 into 100, that will give you 1275 by 1000. Fine. Now if you will divide this, then you will get 12.75. Fine. You can divide it, either divide it using this to check if you have done right or wrong. So in a similar way, you can complete all other examples. For an example, I am taking one more, 7.1 into 2.5. So this will be 71 by 10 into 25 by 10. So 71 into 25 by 100. So this will be something called 17.75 or something like this. Fine. So main is you need to know the process of doing it. Now we will multiply decimal with 10, 100 and 1000. So how we can multiply a decimal with these numbers? So first what you will do, as I taught you earlier, that you will convert this into a fraction. So you will write 176 and you have shifted 2 number, so you will write 100. Fine. You will write 100 and you will now multiply it by 10. See, now you can use 2 forms to do this. Either you write 1768 into 10 by 100, which is a longer but a right way to do. And now you will cut it, or one more step, 1760 by 100, you will cut this too. Now you will, since this is 10, so this will be 17.6. so this is actual process. But if you want, if this comes in just MCQ or a 1 marks question, then you can directly cut this out, and now you will divide. Now since it is 10, so you will directly write point after one number. So this is a simpler way to do it. Now again, if you have to multiply 1.76 with 100, so that is 176 by 100 into 100. So now this 100 and this 100 get cancelled out, so your answer is 176. Fine. In next step, that is 176 by 100. See here, these terms are constant because I have taken the numbers in this side as 1.76, so that I can show you how a number can be, how outputs gets changed by multiplying through different 10, 100 and 1000. So this is our number, and when you are multiplying it with 1000, so this 2 get cancelled out, this 2 get cancelled out. 176 into 10 will give you 1760. Fine. So this is how we multiply decimal number by 10, 100 and 1000. Now moving forward to division, we studied how to multiply decimal. Now we will study how to divide decimal. So division of decimal by 10, 100 and 1000. As I taught you earlier, that if you have to divide this 31.5 with 10, 31.5 with 100 and 31.5 with 1000, how we will do it. Hope you are able to see all the numbers, and if you are able to understand. Now, as I told you, our first step will be to convert decimal into a fraction. So this will be 31.5. As we shifted 1 point, only one number point, only after one number, so this will be 10. Now we have studied that for division of any fraction. So now, okay, once this will be 10. Let me take one more step so that you won't get. Now we studied how to divide a fraction with a whole number. So here what I have taught you, that you will assume denominator as 1. Now you will reciprocate the number. So this get reciprocate, this got reciprocate. So this now 315 by 100. So this will give you 3.15. Fine. 3.15. You will, if you have to divide this 315 by 100, you will shift number inside. So you will shift, when you have to multiply any number, you will shift 0 outward. But when you are dividing any number with 100, or 10, then you will, and you are making it in decimal form, then you will move the point inward. Fine. Now moving on to another example, that is 315 by 10 into 1 by. Hope you understood how we got 100. That is, I have directly reciprocate this number. So now this will be 315 by 1000, or now you have to shift 3 numbers inward. So 315 is our number, 1, 2, 3. So you will put point here, but this is not valid, so you will write 0 here. 0.315. Fine. Moving on to another number, that is 315 by 10 into, or hope let me not skip any of these points because this is very important. 315 by 10 into, now we will reciprocate as we have assumed 1 in the denominator. So now after reciprocating, this will be our number. Now 315 into 1 is 315, 100 10 into 1000 is 10,000. 1 2 3 4 zeros. Fine. Now 315, 1 2 3. We have only 3 number, but we have to shift this zeros to 4 numbers. So you will first add this 0. Now we have 4 digits, 1 2 3 4. Now you can write 1 point here, but since this is not our valid answer, you will write 0 here. So our answer is 0.0315. Fine. Understood? Now let me teach you how division of a hope you are not having any issues. If you have any issues, then let me know in comment box. And again, if you haven't subscribed my channel, then please go and subscribe my channel. Apart from class 7, you will get lots of other Vedic maths problem which can help you in your addition, subtraction, multiplication, squaring. So there are lots and lots of tricks available. So go and visit there. There are plenty of tricks and tips given for maths which can be helpful for your further studies. So division of decimals. So here now we will divide a decimal number with a whole number. Fine. Here our first step is you will convert this into fraction. Now we will divide decimal with a whole number. For this, first we will convert this decimal into fraction and we will write the remaining term as it is. Now 64 by 10, that now we will write a multiplication sign, and now we will assume that below 2 in a denominator we have 1. So when we will reciprocate, 1 will go above and 2 will come below. So now 64 into 1 by 10 into 2. Fine. So 64 by 20, or you can write 2 ones are 2, 32. So directly you can write it as 32 by 10. It can be written as 3.2. Fine. So this is how we divide a number by a whole number. Fine. Now let's take one example from book itself, that we need to find the average of 3 numbers. So they are 4.2, 3.8 and 7.6. Now we know that if you have to take out the average, what you will do, you will add all these 3 numbers and divide it by total number. It means you will add this number and you will divide by 1 to 3, that is 3. This is our formula for average. Fine. Sum of all number divided by total numbers of total number. So when you will add this 4.2 plus 3.8 plus 7.6, so this will give you 8, 9, 10 and 6 is 16, 6, carry 1, 7 plus 3 is 10, 10 plus 4 is 15, plus 1 is 7 plus 3 is 10, 10 plus 4 is 14, plus 1 is 15. So 15 by 6 by 3. Now you will convert this into 156 by 3 into 10. You will multiply it with, divide it by 10, which will give you this. Now if we'll cut, then you can see that 3 ones are 3, 3 5s are 15, 3 2s are 6. So 5 2 divided by 10, which will give you 5.2. So this is how we divide one number with either whole number or now we will see how we will divide one decimal with another. This is our final work for this chapter, that is dividing one decimal with another. That is how we can divide 25.5 divided by 0.5. Today this pen is not working properly. So when you have to divide this 2.5 divided by 0.5 divided by 0.5, so what can be done is you will assume this two terms differently. That is, you will write this 0.5 by into by 0.5. This is how you will write this number. Fine. This is the actual way to write this number when you have to divide this number. Fine. Now what you will do is you need to remove this point. So you will write 10 here because you have shifted one point this side, and again you want to shift this point here and you want to make it 5, so you will write 10 above. Fine. You will write 10 above. So now you can cancel these two terms, and 5 ones are 5, 5 5s are 25, 5 ones are 5, so answer is 51. So this is the end of chapter 2 of class 7, that is fraction and decimal. So this was the total chapter. I have taken this from NCERT book, but these are the things which is taught in every syllabus of every board. So this video can be very helpful to you to understand the basic concept of fraction and decimal. Stay tuned to my channel, subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to share this video and also follow my page on Instagram and Facebook. Bye bye.